My name is Grant Henry, also known as Sister Louisa. I didn't really mean to open a bar. I was doing my artwork the whole time. I had a gallery at the telephone factory that looked almost identical to Sister Louisa's church. My father was a principal in elementary school, and after school every day, my brothers and I had to stay at school for 2 or 3 hours with a ping pong table. So I'm good at ping pong. Sister Louisa basically throws out questions and has no answers. You can tell where people are theologically or where they are in their own life by their reaction to Sister Louisa art. So it tells more about them than it does about me as an artist. So I got a bachelor's in business, hotel, restaurant. I got a master's in education, and then decided to go to seminary as more of a soul search. To be ordained, they want you to say that only through Jesus Christ is salvation possible. I can say salvation might be possible through Jesus Christ, but there are other ways I think that people see the light. And they said, well, you have to say it. They're only words. So that's sentence, that 3-word sentence, it's only words. I started making Sister Louisa art after that. In the beginning, had a little backlash from churches and people who thought I was trying to be disrespectful and didn't want me to use the image of Martin Luther King or the image of Jesus or the word church. And I did it out of love for those 3 things, not out of any pushback or any kind of trying to push any kind of buttons, because it's part of who I was. Well, we had a priest that came into church with 3 nuns, and a bartender told me that they were upstairs taking pictures. The priest came down about 30 minutes later and said, excuse me, can I have permission to take pictures of your artwork? And I said, well, my bartender's already told me that you have already taken pictures, so I think you're asking for forgiveness, not permission. They sort of turned around at that point. I would start writing things on paintings that I had, that I was collecting. They're usually pieces of art that nobody wants, and a lot of times their thrift store prices are still on the back. The art is born out of the seeking of truth, like the pain of going through seminary and then not finishing seminary, but I could transform it into art, and it was productive for me and it was healing for me. It became Sister Louisa art because I didn't have the courage to call it Grant Henry art 20 years ago. That's why I made up the name Sister Louisa. I think I'm the happiest man alive. I know I am because I don't really keep anything. You know, I don't really keep the past except for learning from it and moving forward. I'm 60 years old, so my motivation is a little bit turned toward being with my grandkid. I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful for what I have, and it continues, but I don't think I have anything other than I've tapped into my authentic self and basically don't care what anybody thinks about the direction I'm going. Like I tell my daughter, you know, if you see the light, you go toward the light at all costs, and don't let any human being tell you how you should do it differently. And that's how I live my life, you know, and I do it without drugs.
Thank you very much. Oh, this old thing.